Following Alex Jones' loss in court, the last month's defamation lawsuit, you would think that he would have learned his lesson by now. But apparently, he is not. Because, of course, Alex Jones, according to Law and Crime, has already been sanctioned by a Connecticut judge in the newest defamation suit. Judge Barbara Bellis sanctioned the right-wing conspiracy theorist on Tuesday morning at the start of his second defamation trial after his legal team had failed to turn over discovery documents, specifically Google Analytics, to the plaintiffs. Now, she said this, quote, "This stunningly cavalier attitude with respect to their discovery obligations is what led to the default in the first place. The defendants have consistently engaged in dilatory and obstructionist discovery practices from the inception of these cases right through the trial." Now, look, the impact on his case, of course, it's probably very likely going to lead to another default judgment, but so far hasn't, because the judge has so far forbidden Jones's defense team from presenting any evidence or arguments in the trial that the broadcaster and his entities did not profit from their coverage of the Sandy Hook school massacre, saying that they had refused to comply with her clear order to turn over the data to the plaintiffs as part of discovery. So, okay, if you plan on using that defense, which, again, obviously they didn't seem to be interested in using that defense because it wouldn't work. Look, Alex Jones profited handsomely off Sandy Hook, making millions of dollars from his website off of, shady supplements, prepper gear, dick pills during the times that he was talking about Sandy Hook. I mean, you can look at the records that correlate to the days where he talked very heavily about the Sandy Hook massacre and made tons of money. I think it's somewhere around, at one point, $800,000 in one day. So I don't know. Again, it didn't look like they were going to be able to use that defense because even if they had, it wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. The analytics are quite clear, as well as, of course, the financial disclosures. But Bellis continued. She said, "Perhaps the most egregious representation in the filing states that the defendant contends and has always contended that neither he nor the various entities with which he is affiliated has such data. Oh, it just doesn't exist. And that there was nothing more that could be done. Oh, the analytics data. Oh, it just doesn't exist. Oh, you see, we can't get you the data because we just don't have it. We can't show you that we, made money off Sandy Hook." Really? The defendant, she says, knew of the existence of the Google Analytics documents at the time these representations were made to the court by their counsel. So look, what this is a clown show. Of course it is. Look, no doubt Alex Jones is going to do what he always does and claim
we're under attack.
And talk about how unfair everything is, the entire thing, and how the judge is, probably a pedophile, which is the last time that actually happened. And there it is. That's his entire defense, is to turn this thing into a circus. And who knows? I mean, maybe in the middle of the circus, we'll get another moment where, just like last time, his idiot lawyers will send another couple years of private phone data to the plaintiff's team. I mean, you never know. With the crack legal team that Alex Jones has assembled, you never know what fun stuff is going to happen.
It's not human intelligence.
Now, the other thing here is it's very, very clear that Alex Jones takes none of this seriously. I don't think I've ever seen anyone trying so hard to lose. And to make all these, again, proceedings, these actual court cases, into a media, just a giant circus. And again, maybe that's a strategy, but it's not a good strategy. But look, maybe it is if you actually have a good defense. I don't know. But what's going on here is that I think Alex Jones is just trying to lose all of his cases so that he can go and cry about how unfair everything is and get people to donate. Because when it comes down to, at the end of the day, for Jones, this is all about money. It always has been. And so he's a showman, he's an entertainer, and yes, like Trump, he can be very entertaining at times. But at the end of the day, it's always been about money based on lies.